from the city to the streets. Jayvi from the beats, got the beat. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. Everybody come and follow me. Let's get down while the free.
What's up, League? It's your boy Jayvi back and again with another episode. On today's episode, we're gonna dive deep into music and what inspires artists to create their music. Today's guest is Skip2Dip. I'm gonna have him introduce himself.
Yo, que lo que, mi gente, what's going on? It's Skip2Dip, la estrella del norte. Thank you, Jayvi, for having me.
Yeah, of course. I have a quick icebreaker for you. So, y'all already know how I do it. I like to play little icebreakers. And this icebreaker, you have 45 seconds to freestyle to a beat. And what it is what it is.
Okay, all right. Accept the challenge.
You accept it? All right. I'm going to let you listen to it for like 30 seconds. And then we're going to do the challenge.
Dale.
All right.
Yeah. Un verano contigo desnudo, baby, los dos envueltos en un nudo, baby. Yo te quiero ver, mi mujer, contigo yo quiero viajar y ver el otro mundo. Ya tú sabes que lo que es de Telemundo. Tú y yo tranquilos en un nudo, nos involucramos y nos besamos. Mamacita, por siempre nos amamos. Tú eres la que yo quiero, bebé. Tú eres la que me sofoca, mi bebé. Contigo yo me vuelvo loco.
That's it.
Yo te sofoco.
Hey, now that was lit. You got that. You need to see the other artists, but I'm gonna just say, if it was a competition, you're right there. You're right there next to the winner. Right next to the winner.
Man, I did my best. It was a surprise challenge.
Yeah, surprise challenge, surprise beat, freestyle. We fucking with it. So let's get right into the interview. What inspired you to become an artist, from being a listener to music? What inspired you to be a creator of music?
Yeah, I say what inspired me to become an artist, I can't really answer that question or where it came from because, it's something that I feel that is God-given. It comes from you, but I'll be honest, I don't come from music. I don't come from a music family. Just being around it all day, living in the city of Boston, which is a very diverse city with a lot of different cultures. I think culture definitely, has influenced my passion for music.
Heard you. No family ties in the music game.
Nah, I come from a family of, some people dance, other people paint, some are baseball players, but...
You got very diverse backgrounds. You could have really been anything.
Correct.
Yeah. And so, what are some of the artists you look up to inspire your music?
Yeah, so growing up, if there's one frame of time where I would say that this was the music that was inspiring me being young, and I didn't even realize it because I was around it so much, was like the Zion y Lennox, Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, Dale, Don Dale.
Yeah.
So if you could think back to those early Y2K days, and also like Lil Wayne, I remember being in middle school, Lil Wayne was on fire around that time. 50 Cent. I remember the first 50 Cent song I heard was Many Man, and I heard it like walking down the street from my cousin's apartment from upstairs, and I was just like, yo, what is this? So, there's definitely a blend of hip-hop and Latin reggaeton music that influenced me.
Heard you. In what time of space, how do you progress through your different genres and your different music that you're putting out there? Like, what helps you to be able to transition between your different feelings and your different genres? Like, how do you pick what type of music you want to put out there, and what is your creative process?
Okay, I think I'm very much I'm like a sponge when it comes to that, So I'm very, for example, we live in the Northeast, and the seasons change. We have 4 seasons a year, so I feel like the seasons definitely affect me, When it's wintertime and when it's cold, I'm getting into that darker mood. But when it's summertime and it's bright out, you're gonna hear some energetic, fun, music to dance to and upbeat. And yeah, I think the seasons and the weather definitely affect
your
environment.
Your environment, yeah. Do you have any collabs out there currently? And what are some things you look for in people you're collaborating with?
Yeah, so with my collaborations, I always try to be very intentful. I always try to see what I haven't done yet, you know. And so there's collaborations out there with, for example, Los Bomberos, which is a dembow song produced by a Dominican, producer, Leo RD, and DJ Jayvi, which is also, the part of the song, the artist that I'm on the song with. But there's also collaborations like Come My Way, which is an Afrobeat song that I'm on that song with my man Jay Matic, and it has, an Afrobeat rhythm. So I try to keep my palette, wide. And so when I pick collaborations from the, even the beat choices and the instrumentals, because I'm an artist, and I don't close myself off to just one sound, one genre.
I feel that. If you can play at any stadium, any concert in the world, where would it be? And what song do you see yourself performing there?
At the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's a big one.
The Super Bowl, any stadium where the Super Bowl's at. Or
the halftime of the World Cup.
But definitely a song that I'll perform to represent is a song like Rumba. Esta noche lo que quiere rumba. R-U-M-B-A. I feel like it's a song that represents, me. I got a line in there that says, yo tengo sangre de latinoamericano. So, at the same time, like, I'm Hispanic, I'm Latino, but I was born here in the United States. So I always got to represent, for my peoples, basically, and yeah, I think that's a song that would represent me well. Rumba. Coming soon to...
Right. And keeping that same topic, how do you incorporate your culture and, into your music, and like, how much of it do you want to put into it versus how much of it do you keep outside of it?
Yeah, the culture, it's always there, It's not my music if it's not. And that's just like based on culture, based on family, based on upbringings. I would travel to the Dominican Republic every summer as a kid, so, I took all that in. Like I said, I'm like a sponge. And so from, hearing the music, tasting the food, going to the beaches, it all influences me, and that's pretty much where the ideas come from, just those memories and those flashbacks of all those moments. Plus the life that, I lived out here living in Boston, the summer carnivals and, people opening up the fire hydrant and you just wilding out as a little kid going around. I think I have both, a hybrid influence of that, like going to Dominican Republic during the summers and seeing what life is like over there, but also living here in the Northeast of the United States in the urban city where there's so many people, so many different cultures that you have to see day to day. And so, yeah, culture is definitely important in music, and also in visuals, and visuals and how I dress, how I speak, and how I talk, and how I look, the hair, everything, so it's a melting pot of all of that.
Yeah. And relating that, to your culture, how do you incorporate your spirituality, if any?
I think music is very spiritual. Music helps convey an emotion. And so my spirituality, like I'm a spiritual person. I consider myself a spiritual person. Like I meditate, I pray, and so I feel that words have power and words are spiritual as well. So, I'm very mindful when I make my music, even to the production, the beats, all of it matters and all of it is related to each other. So spirituality is definitely something that helps with the emotional part, helps paint a picture with words, in terms of feel. Like, they call it soul music, this music that just touches the soul.
For sure.
And that's what as an artist, that's what you should always strive for, to reach that pureness.
Yeah. And as a, as a fan listening to your music, what is the outcome that you want me to take, or, the viewers back home to take when they're listening to your music and they're jamming? What is like the outcome you want them to take from that?
I definitely want to just bring, positivity, happiness, joy. I love it when like I see people dancing to my music. I see people singing along, and just I want to be there with them in spirit. Whenever they hear my music, if it's a fun song, I want them to have fun and just create a memory with them, sonically. Even if I might not be in the room, but like the fact that my voice is in that room and they're vibing to it and having fun to it, that for me is enough, because I create, I connect, and I contribute, you know? So when I make this music, I'm creating it. When I'm connecting with people is when they hear it and they enjoy it, you know? And then my contribution is you know, my gift, my creation, my God-given gift. And the more I do that, the more fulfilled I feel.
Nah, I like that. The good vibes, I always hear it in the music. I could tell you that. And so, you know, what are some of the challenges that you experience as an artist in this urban city?
Yeah, I think, you know, challenges as an artist in the beginning, it's a city, you know, so there's a lot of people and there's a lot going on. So it's easy to like not focus in on what you're doing and kind of look to the left, look to the right and compare yourself or, you know, see who's doing what. But at the end of the day, you know, you can't really step into that realm of comparison. You know, they say comparison is a thief from joy. And I think that in the beginning, it's good for like, it's challenging, but it's also good for an artist to like take their time before maybe putting music out, or take their time to develop their craft, to master their craft, and figure out, you know, what it is that they're going to share with the world. And for a lot of artists, I think it's just a matter of clarity on who they are, clarity on what they want, and just having that vision. But, you know, if you can spend some time besides creating the art, figuring out what your story is, and figuring out what that vision is, when a clear vision and purpose aligns, it's over. From there on, you'll see things manifest for you.
No, for sure. And I like the word you use, manifest, because I was just going to talk about that. So in this chapter of your life that you're manifesting all these blessings, like what would you title this chapter?
Manifest.
You sure? You can't.
Sad,
100%.
That's how I feel sometimes.
That's the chapter in your life.
Yeah, we speak about the spiritual things, you know, like those moments that I prayed for, that they happen, and you got to pray when they happen too as well, and give thanks and just be grateful. So, man,
yeah, let's say speak it into existence. You know, we're running short on time, but if you have any tips for upcoming artists, what are any great, you know, strong tips that you can give to any upcoming artist, anyone watching back home who, you know, maybe doesn't know what they want to do with their life,
correct, yeah,
but is aspiring to be a musician?
Yeah. To upcoming artists, you know, I would say, to upcoming artists, you, the one who's starting, or the one who, you know, who started and maybe took a pause, I would say keep creating. Remember why you started this. Never forget, the world needs you. The world needs your talent. The world wants to hear you, and they want to share, you know, that with you. So I think that it's important for artists to take the time to have fun with this. You know what I mean? No matter how busy you get, no matter what obstacles life puts in your way, remember that, you know what I mean? You used to do this for free. You used to do this with your friends. You would freestyle, or you would just sing in the shower. So continue to have that same passion and that same burning fire. And it's all, you know, consistency. Keep that consistency, but don't forget to have fun. And sit down sometimes and talk to yourself. I mean, just plan your, visualize. Just visualize. And the more you do that and you put the action behind it and just make songs and just, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to use the word grinding, because grinding has like a negative connotation.
I didn't know that.
But I would say, you know, keep working.
Yes. And so, yeah, I have an exit quote. But before my exit quote, can you tell the viewers back home where they can listen to you and, you know, check you out?
Everybody, if you have a cell phone in your hand right now, pull it out, go to either Apple Music, YouTube, Google me, and type in Skip2Dip, SKIP, number 2, DIP. Skip2Dip, the Caribbean boy, La Estrella del Norte.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Wow, thank you for coming by. Before we exit, here's the quote of the day. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. And you know who this quote is by? Zigzagger. I don't know who that is, but the emphasis is on practice. You know, you gotta shower every day, so you gotta do whatever you're motivated to do every day so I can get better. Thank you, Skip, for coming out here. Listen to his songs on Spotify. You know, I'm gonna plot it right here on this TV. And see y'all soon. Subscribe. Make sure to tune into From the Bean Productions, where you'll see some of our artists' featured songs. Yeah, you know, Skip from the Bean. So that's what's up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get up on your feet, let's start the show. The shivy from the beat, gonna make you glow. The Afrobeats vibes, we gonna set it right. Feel the rhythm in your soul all through the night.